Alright, so today I did not have that much school, so I decided to touch a really hot topic in the self-improvement space, and it's the winter arc. If you don't know what it is, it's basically this month-long challenge where either people who want to start grinding or people who want to grind way harder because they're not content with their progress. They want to grind really hard for all of October. And so obviously this challenge starts tomorrow, since tomorrow is the 1st of October. And um, yeah, it lasts till the end of the month. And I did not know what the winter arc basically is. Like, I kind of guessed that it was just a grinding phase, but I never, in my 2 years of self improvement, I never really went through it, I guess. Because, well, I'm gonna cover it later, but basically, I like the winter arc, or at least as far as I have informed myself about it, because, like, it's a great way to get started and to get motivation because you most of the time are using other people, even if it's just the fucking TikTok comment section. Because I do remember before starting self improvement that I did hear that phrase on TikTok, so I guess it should still be on TikTok, right? Anyways, so yeah, it's probably a huge thing on TikTok. And even if you just use like other TikTok users who want to grind as accountability, you still use other people as accountability, and that is awesome, because you gain motivation, you're more likely to do it. And the reasons as to why I don't like it is because, as far as I know, this winter arc is only 30 days long or 31 days long. And I always thought that the winter arc is literally for all of like the whole winter. So basically from October to January or something. But it's not. It's just 30 days. And I mean, I guess it's a good way to get people started, especially on this especially to get people started in a self improvement journey. Because 30 days, I mean, it's not that long, that much time, and you might be able to get people on self improvement through such challenges. But this goal of just doing it for 30 days also implies that there's an end. And that's why I don't like the winter arc, and I'm glad that I didn't do such a thing when I first started with self improvement. Because like I used to watch all those, the top performers, the top influencers. So basically, David Goggins, Hamza. I watched Iman Gaji for finances, which I don't do anymore because he's a fraud, or he did some uncool shit. I'm not gonna call him a fraud, actually. Sorry, I take it back. But like he did some really uncool shit and lost my trust. But that's another topic, I guess. Right. And yeah, I don't understand why you would grind for, like, I don't get why would you grind as hard as you can, like give 200% for 30 days, and then for the rest of the year, for 11 months, you might continue grinding. Yeah, I do believe that there are quite a few people who will quit the grind after that because they think, oh, it's way too hard, it's way more difficult than I imagined. Um, yeah, but those who don't quit, they're more likely to, as at least from my experience, to grind obviously less hard, since giving 200% for the rest of your life is like not possible. Also, like, obviously you have to implement rest days and shit, but like giving 200% every day for the rest of your life for, I don't know, 40, 50 years is just not possible, in my opinion. Unless you're fucking David Goggins. But anyways, I don't get why you would grind mediocre for 11 months and then, like, let's say for 1 month you give 200%, and for the rest of the year you give, oh, 50%, let's say that. And why do you need to wait for this winter arc to grind so hard? Why can't you just, because I think what is better is that you grind every single day, like at least 70%. You just have this baseline of 70%. And for 356 days, you grind at 70, at least 70% of your max capability. I think you will make so much more progress rather than if you just for a short amount of time work hard and then work way less harder the rest of the time, right? And I also don't understand why, because as far like a couple of friends also mentioned this winter arc some time ago, not just today, but like at least a week ago or even earlier. And so this winter arc, they basically wait for the 1st October to start with this challenge, instead of just when I hear about it, they say to themselves like, "Oh, I'm gonna start it tomorrow or today." Like, why don't you just do that? Why do you have to wait for the month to go by? That's also why so many people fail their New Year's resolutions, because like they wait, like let's say right now it's the end of September, right? They get a great idea, they get the idea to wanting to change their life, and then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna write it as a New Year's resolution, and maybe in 3 months my motivation will still be there, and I might just change my life in 3 months. But for the next 3 months, I'm gonna chill first, because I have to do it like on a good date, on the first of the month, or at the first day of the new year. And that's fucking stupid. Like, just do it. I don't know why people you use such excuses. I don't know. I was never the type of guy to write New Year's resolutions, so I guess never I will never get that trend, I guess, tradition, if you can call it that. And then I also have another point, which really, how do I say it? Not fascinate, kind of something in between of fascinate and annoys me, because there are tons of people on self improvement, but the problem I have even with people who are on self improvement is they're fucking mediocre. Like, um, let's say, okay, most people start, or not necessarily, like most people have the goal to just be better than most people, or because they don't want to live like the average life anymore. And they are like, they improve, they do good, everything's good, and then at one point they just stop once they see, oh, I'm better than 90% of, or like, yeah, that's not even hard, but like, let's say they're better than 90% of people, and then they see like, damn, I'm better than so many people, why don't I just stop? And then they literally don't improve themselves anymore, they just stop at a certain um, level. And well, that's the feeling I get from most people who do self-improvement. Maybe it's also just because, like I said, I used to watch Hamza, Gaji, and David Goggins, and they're like motherfuckers. At least in my eyes, they were the fucking motherfuckers. Especially David Goggins. He especially helped me get onto that fitness path, and he gave me a lot of motivation. Right. Also, another thing that I don't like about this whole bullshit, but that's just like in general, it doesn't have anything to do with the winter arc, that people think um, they can start, like, motivation is used to start a journey, but it's not used to sustain it. And like that's a common misconception. People think they have to use motivation to continue with this path. No, they have to use fucking discipline to continue with this path. They just have to use motivation at the start until they're disciplined. And that's why I advise to start disciplining yourself on yourself as early as you can in your self-improvement journey, especially. Right. And like I said, maybe because I watched those three guys, Dave Goggins, Hamza, like I didn't watch many videos of Iman Gaji. I mean, I kind of did, but like not in comparison to Hamza and David Goggins. Those two I watched so much content of. So maybe that's why my standards are kind of, sorry. That's why my standards are kind of maybe exceptional, I guess. But like for me, I always had the goal in my mind that I wanted to be. No, hold up. I always liked the parts. I don't know if like which people said it, but back then I also had TikTok and YouTube and watched like motivational shit. Obviously, because it was the start of my journey. But I do remember that whenever people talked about such moments that I'm talking about right now, when there are certain individuals who keep pushing even after they realize that they're like that they arrived at the like top 10 top 5% of people, that they still push further. And so basically their goal is to be exceptional amongst the basically usually people who grind and shit, their goal is to be extraordinary. Like even if they don't say it, like most people they want to, I think like every single person wants to be extraordinary. Even like myself, I don't, because look, hold up. So for example, me right now, I don't want to be extraordinary. At least not in this moment, because extraordinary means attention, and I don't want that attention right now. I want to build up all my imperium basically until I'm good enough to get that attention. Because right now I don't think I'm like extraordinarily extraordinary. Maybe I might be extraordinary, yes, because I wake up at 5 a.m., I meditate, I do all my shit, and normal people, that's actually so funny. Whenever normal people react to what I do, like my normal friends who, are normal, play video games, watch movies, series, I don't know what, do live a normal life, whenever I tell them what I do, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or like, who are you? That was the funniest reaction I had actually. Like a girl said, who are you? What the fuck? And yes, so that was the funniest. But fuck, I lost the track. I lost my thought because of that. Shit! Don't ever lose the red string in your story, man. So basically, right. I would say, like, I would consider myself extraordinary right now, but I don't consider myself extraordinary amongst the extraordinary. And that's what I'm planning to be. I think David Goggins also spoke about it, either in a video or in his book. I don't remember. Basically, there's people. I think it was about his Navy SEAL training. Basically, I don't know if I'm making this shit up right now, okay? Because my brain is like, brains are fucking, they manipulate you, as you obviously know, because you probably did all the bad habits thinking they were fun and all that shit. Anyways, if I remember correctly, and if my brain isn't making shit up, then he gave this example in the military, basically, that there are people who, military, who make it into the Navy SEALs, and they're extraordinary, right? And then there's also people like him who push even further, the people who are at the top of their game and still continue grinding even further. Like they don't want to compete with the 0.1% of men. No, they want to compete with the 0.0001% of men. They're like the motherfuckers of the motherfuckers. And whenever people like David Goggins, or I think Hamza also, but I don't remember, but definitely David Goggins, whenever he talked about it, I was like, that was the time when I was the most hyped. When people talked about this vision of being extraordinary amongst the extraordinary. For me, being extraordinary isn't enough, because if it was enough, then I'd just stop right here. I wouldn't care about anything else, But like, I do care because I want to live like that. It's way cooler. I don't know. And yes, that's why I don't understand why people like do New Year's resolutions, and just why people try to grind. Like why they set such a short term goal for themselves. Like I get it can be kind of motivating, but for me, it's like if I do such a challenge, then I know I will do the work that's needed in those 30 days. But after that, I know my progress improvement will my improvement speed will slow down. Like my 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 achievements will lessen. No, I don't know how to say it, but basically like I will lose the pace. You can't keep up this pace for the rest of your life. And with such a challenge, like like I said already, it indicates that there's an end, and I don't want to end this path anywhere. Like for me, it's a lifelong thing. But I feel like for most people, it's a thing they do until they have reached their goal, and then after that, they just stay at that level for the rest of their lives. But the difference is basically average people right here, right? Then you are here, you want to improve, and then at this part you're like, damn, I'm content now. I'm alright with living like this for the rest of my life, and then I live like this, and it's basically, I mean, I I don't get, I need this constant improvement. I want to live this kind of a lifestyle for the rest of my life. So I don't get why people set like just short-term goals when it comes to grinding. For me, grinding is for the rest of my life. But what I do set short-term or long-term goals on is in what area I grind. So basically, right, for the first year of my self-improvement journey, the goal was just quit bad habits, build good habits, improve my mental health. Second year, quit all the remaining bad habits that I wasn't able to fully quit yet, like the ones that I did like once a week, or just from time to time, and build even more good habits. Like just try out different good habits and try to do them. And yeah, those were my goals. And then at the same time, so simultaneously, I also tried, somewhere in my first year, I also implemented fitness as a goal. And so those are just two areas, where I wanted to grind in. But this whole grind, like self improve, like no fitness, mental health, money, it's all just a part of this whole big term of self improvement for me. So basically, I feel like most people with this challenge just they work on this self improvement term and try to get better at it. Let's say that, right? And then after that, they continue. Like for them, it's like a task, I guess. But for me, there's this term self improvement, and it's just who I am, I like my lifestyle is self-improvement. But then there's like other categories. So there's mental health, there's fitness, there's money, there's social skills. There's so many things that I want to improve on. I hope you understand what I mean, basically, because I somehow feel like still something is missing in my explanation. But like, if you understood, then let me know, because like, yeah, just wanted to voice my opinion on this because, like I said, it's popular. It should be popular right now since it's starting tomorrow. So yes, if you have goals, if you want to do anything, do them now or do them tomorrow at latest. But don't like push them forward. Just do it now. At best, it's the best thing you can do is literally start the moment you get the thought of wanting to improve something. That's the best case scenario. But of course, sometimes it's hard to do because some of y'all have fucked up sleep cycles. You know I'm talking about you. Like, yeah. So yeah, work on that. Whenever you get the idea of wanting to change it right now. Don't wait. Don't waste any more time. So yes. And don't grow long hair, bro. It's fucking annoying. I'm actually so glad that in the first year of self improve or like first 2 years of self improvement, I had short hair. Like just I think somewhere in the first year, I think like after the first half year of being on self improvement, I decided to grow my hair, and since then I've been growing it. So for 1.5, no, almost 2 years now, I've been growing um my hair. So actually 1.5 years, more like it. So shorter hair is definitely better for grinding. If especially if you want like to do those short challenges, but like I have grinded really fucking hard for 2 years, and now I'm a focus on something else where like my hair doesn't play a big role. You get me? Because I was focused on fitness and mental health, and that was better. Especially because of fitness, it was better to have short hair. Because my lifestyle is still very fucking sporty and shit. So yeah, short hair is better if you're living like really really sports involved kind of life. But longer hair is cooler if you if you've achieved your goals in that area and are going for the other aspects that don't matter in that field. So yeah, like I said, if you get the idea, work on it the moment you get it. Peace out.